Hi, my name is Michelle. This is Abby. Welcome back to our channel. We are here at the dog park today. This morning, and the dog park is a very controversial issue in the dog world. But I will say that I am generally speaking a fan of the dog park with some caveats. For one, I only come first thing in the morning. It's a little late today. It's like 8 o'clock, so I didn't wake it super early today, but this is a familiar park. I know the dogs that come here regularly, so I'm more confident to come a little later in the morning. So that is caveat number one. I do like the dog park because it gives us some unique training opportunities. It allows us to practice our behaviors and our attention with a bunch of other dogs around. And I don't know if you know, but my dog loves dogs. So if she listens to me when dogs are around, I count that as a success. And the dog park allows us to do that regularly. So hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so it's already pretty late today, and there are a bunch of dogs that I do not know in here. So some things that I do, is I get a slip lead. This is the leash I take to the dog park in case something goes on. I can lasso whatever aggressive dog is needed to be lassoed, and it keeps me safe and it keeps her safe. That is the worst case scenario. If I see a dog is more aggressive than I am comfortable taking the risk, then I just leave. In addition, dogs like to get a little nervous if they're stuck on leash and they're approached by another dog. So right now there's nobody by the gate, and Abby is waiting patiently. So I'm gonna have her sit, open the gate, release her inside. Abby, sit. Good girl. Okay. Sit. Good girl. Down. Sit. Good girl. Sit pretty. Yes. Speak. Yay! Go get it. Okay, now we've settled in at the dog park. Have to be paying attention when there's so many dogs here that I'm unfamiliar with. There's a lot going on. Behind us is a bunch of commotion. And Abby's just here. In the next clip, you're gonna see a pit bull approach Abby. Almost immediately, he started to mount Abby, and Abby was not having it. This dog proceeded to try to mount her, eventually climbing on top of my bench, trying to mount me, and it took a while for the owners to come and interrupt this dog. If the owners had not been around at this point, I would have immediately threw my slip leash over this dog and either found the owners or tied him to the bench and go on to get the owners. I don't know this dog, so I would never grab a dog that I do not know with my hands. That's why I have the slip leash, for incidents like that. You tired? Yep, there was just a big fight at the dog park, and now we are leaving. I started to really realize pretty early that, 8 p.m. is too late to come here. Just from the conversations with the dog owners, you realize the ideas that individuals have with their dogs don't really align with your ideas, at least my ideas. And then I am aware that, okay, if my dog is uncomfortable, I need to leave, because they are not going to do anything to make sure my dog is comfortable, even though it's their dog that is making my dog uncomfortable. So we are headed out now. Gonna have some water. Gonna give her a quick rinse off bath. Okay, we're at Starbucks. We're gonna end this trip with some public access training and a pup cup. So we start in Starbucks. At first, I'm just treating her when she pays attention to me. She never really relaxes here. Ideally, she would start to calm down and fully relax, and that's when I would give her some treats and rewards. But this is one of the first times she's really been in this Starbucks, so I'm kind of just letting her be observant, look around, and treat her when she gives me attention in this distracting environment. There was a kid around, jumping around, so I was just happy she was calm-ish by my side. Observant, but not fully relaxed was fine for today, and she thoroughly enjoyed this pup cup. Okay, we are back home, safe and sound. Let's talk about what happened at the dog park today. And how, if you guys choose to go to the dog park, what you can do to make sure it's less drama-filled than it was today, hopefully. The dog park is very controversial because of diseases, you know, unruly dogs, dog fights, dog incidents, dog bites. A lot can happen at a dog park when you have a bunch of dogs running around with owners that are just uninformed and not sure how to handle their dogs. So today there are two things that happened, well, a few things that happened today that made the dog park a little bit more drama-filled than I'm generally used to tolerating. First thing is I went a little bit later than normal. Normally the dog park opens at 7 a.m., the one that I go to, and I got there at 8:30 almost. 8 a.m., 8:30. So that was mistake number one. Next, there were a lot of dogs that I was not familiar with. Lots of new dogs, lots of large, hyper powerful breeds that I did not know personally. So if I don't know the dog and I don't know the owner, it's hard for me to gauge what type of dog, what type of owner is there, and how they're gonna interact with me, Abby, and the other dogs in the environment. So there are a bunch of powerful breeds that I wasn't familiar with, the dogs specifically. And yeah, those two things made me already more aware of the situation, and that's why I didn't get a lot of footage while I was there. I didn't really get a lot of training interactions with Abby. We were just kind of there observing, making sure she was safe, she felt comfortable, and everybody was doing their thing. Really, I was there for 1 hour and there were multiple dog altercations and one full-blown dog fight. Abby was not involved in any of them, and after the fight, Abby and I were like, all right, let's go. Well, mostly I was like, okay, let's go, and Abby was like, sure, that's fine. Okay. But warning number one that happened, and I should have taken that from the jump as a warning that maybe this is not our day, was I was having a conversation with one of the ladies who had a husky Rottweiler mix, young dog, beautiful, 13 months old, intact, unneutered. So, you know, very energetic, very lively, strutting his stuff. And she said to me, yeah, people get so sensitive with their dogs. They have to understand that dogs are dogs. And as long as they're not biting each other, it's okay. That was warning number one. Dogs are dogs, but we are responsible for teaching them what's appropriate and inappropriate behavior. So it's not that people are being sensitive, it's that your dog is being too rambunctious and it's making the other dog uncomfortable, and it's your responsibility as that dog's owner to be like, oh, dog, you gotta calm down or we gotta go. Put that dog in a timeout, wait for him to settle down, and if you keep doing that consistently, once they hit the threshold of too rambunctious for whoever is around, the dog will realize, oh, okay, once I get too excited, the play stops. So I'm gonna not get super excited. I'm not gonna play super rough, and I'm not gonna be too excitable so that my play can continue. So that was warning number one. That conversation with that lady, I was just like, oh. I see the mindset of some of the dog owners here. It's already going to be a little bit of a problem. If two owners like that with two rambunctious dogs get together, it usually ends up in a problem. And 10 minutes later, That dog was one of the dogs in the dog fight. I just wanted to share that story with you guys. That's why the dog park is very controversial. There are a lot of dog owners that really don't know much about dogs. They don't know much about dog training, and they really are not equipped to handle their powerful breeds, which lead to altercations at the dog park, which can even lead to serious injuries to dogs and people. So that's how I try to get to the dog park. Occasionally I go very early. If it gets too rambunctious, I leave. And today was just not a day that we were able to take advantage of the park and practice our behaviors there, because I had to be paying attention too much to everything around instead of training with her. If you feel like it's safe, it's a great opportunity for training in environments with a lot of other dogs. The dogs will learn to, the dog learns to listen to you in the environment with a bunch of other dogs, which is amazing. Many dogs can't do that. So it provides a great training opportunity to teach your dog to respond to you in those environments. But please proceed with caution, because there are a lot of people who don't understand dog behavior, dog language, and they just let their dog get away with anything, which often leads to fights. So if you liked this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll see you guys next time. Leave a comment below with your experiences at the dog park. Were they good? Were they bad? Were they mixed? And what tips do you have so that people can safely enjoy the dog park and take advantage of all the training opportunities that a dog park provides? Bye.